Well, good evening, everybody. So it's part three of my mental health struggles, and through the years. So different setting again tonight. The house is quiet actually. Mandy's gone out. I'm just in on my own, which is always a nice time to reflect on things and stuff. So I think we'll just carry on. We'll move on with the next part of it, which is now part three. I'm not sure how many parts there'll be, maybe up to about 6, something like that. I finished talking about the snooker last time and the distractions that, or the distraction that I used it for. There was obviously a lot going on with me. Stuff that was not put out. I didn't put it out to a lot of people. There was probably only maybe 2 or 3 people who really knew what was going on with me. We started to sort of move into relationships and stuff like that, which for me was a real struggle. I had other problems that caused me anxiety in relationships as well, medical problems and things, as well as being on the bigger side. Well, not on the bigger side. I was the big side. So I don't know. I suppose I'm into my 30s now, and there was a major issue that I had to address at the age of about 33. The details of which will be in the book. Which I'll be honest, I've not written much of over the last 2 or 3 days, but I am going to write a little bit tonight. Relationships were tough for me. The weight was one of the main problems with it all. The confidence. Even though I'd always come across as Jack the Lad and things like that, I was always really unconfident. It was just a shield. So anyway, I'm going back now 20 years. And the dating thing sort of started and stuff. Maybe a bit longer, maybe about 24 years it started back. It weren't panning out. It just wasn't happening. On and off little short relationships and things like that. And when push comes to shove, I used to get the older. He's such a nice guy. But I think we'd be better as friends. And it always knocked my confidence to the point of I always think like, I get praised that I'm such a nice guy. But you don't want to be with me in that way. They say women love a bastard, but I'm a decent fella. I know I'm a decent fella. I know I've got heart of gold. Don't get me wrong, I can be hard work. Everyone can be hard work. I'm probably now gonna just get into the fact that I think it was around 18 years ago. I was referred for gastric surgery, which may shock a lot of people. But I got on a very good health drive. I spent a whole year of staying away from rubbish. I mean, all rubbish. I ate really healthy, and I swam a mile a day, pretty much 6 days a week for a year. And I went from 28 stone, just under 28 stone, down to just over 20 stone in a year, which was incredible. I worked so hard at it. I felt amazing for it. So I was down for bariatric surgery at Homerton Hospital. I'd been through different stages of it. of the preparation part of it all. I hadn't got as far as the LRD. I'd been to meetings. I'd sat with other people who were going to have bariatric surgery. I'd spoken to people that had bariatric surgery. Good results, bad results. They let us speak to people. I remember speaking to a guy who had so many problems. He had heart attacks and all sorts. But it was always important to know everything about it. So from a long time ago, I knew the pros and cons of bariatric surgery. And then when push came to shove, I actually ended up with a surgery date. And because I was doing so well on my own, I believed that I didn't need it. So I pulled out of it. Foolishly pulled out of it. Looking back on it now, it probably was a big mistake. Because I was still a lot younger then. Not that I regret anything now, but I was a lot younger then, and I could have lived life a lot better from a long time ago. Through my 30s, my 40s, instead of waiting until I reach my 50s for it. But we'll move on to that. Yeah, so I don't have regrets in my life. I try not to. But it is something that I look back on and I think maybe I should have went for it then. But, you know, I was doing so well that I just felt like, no, I can do this on my own. I didn't need surgery. I was always wary of going under the knife anyway. So yeah, that is probably a little bit of information for a lot of you that you never knew about me. And I can also divulge that I'm just getting my timeline right, that even before that, due to other surgery that I'd had, which obviously will be in the book, I had already had a tummy tuck. Now, I see people now with their plastics thing and all that. The procedure is very different to when I had mine. I was stitched and stapled, metal stapled, 80 staples round me, in hospital for over 6 weeks in UCLH in London, with complications after, where I had to have secondary surgery, but I had other surgery as well that resulted in I had to have skin grafting and stuff. Horrific, very, very difficult time in my life. Yeah, and I mean, and I was still a big lad. I was a big lad. So yeah, I mean, listen, there's been lots and lots and lots of stuff gone on with me that has caused a lot of mental issues, and obviously all weight related as well. So it's something I've really been through the mill with. I'm not saying I've been through it harder than anyone else, but I've definitely had a lot of it going on, and a lot of other things going on for a long time. So, you know, the mental part of it is very real for me. So yeah, that's 20 plus years ago, the tummy tuck, and the first that I refused bariatric procedure. I do believe it was going to be a bypass. Then I ended up being sleeved, obviously, after, when I had it done 3 years ago, or 2 years ago. But originally I think it was going to be a bypass surgery, if I recall back that far. But yes, so I was actually offered it back then with the different things I needed sorting out, and obviously other mental health issues and medical issues that I had at the time. So another little snippet into what I've struggled with and things like that. We'll leave it there. I'll record another episode for next week. As usual, any questions, you are more than welcome to message me, and I will try and get back to you. But yeah, that's part 3. I'll be back with part 4 next week. And yeah, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. If I've bored your tears out of people with it, but as I say, any questions you want answered, please feel free to message me, and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching.